Good evening, y'all. We're a few minutes early, but fuck it. Yeah. Set up some things. Maybe. Yeah. We'll get it out. No. Yes. Yes. We'll get it out. So how was everyone's weekend? Down under maker. It is Monday morning for you, isn't it? GTR Dad, Mike. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. Mike sounds like you might be having a similar weekend to me. Too short? Yeah. We're always too short. Always, always, always. Outside of people that have to work Saturday and Sundays, I've never heard anybody say, man, this weekend went by way too slow. Let's get this camera over here. How's that look? Building. Think we can make that work, right? Can we make that work? See if this thing will track me. Will you track me to no? I don't know why. It seems like it doesn't like to track if you turn around. Seems to lose you then. But let's talk about what we got. So I'm like 98% sure. JPP. Well, let me tell you about it. We took the Trident apart. To do a bunch of upgrades to it. Like 98% sure I've got beacon all sorted out. That took a little bit, but I think we're there. We just gotta verify that the extruder's spinning in the right direction, that the sensors are reading the filament right, or we change that tool head board out. So just some punch out items on the Trident. But in the process of doing this here beacon thing, I was comparing the config from over on the cartographer on the Micron. And I had printed a drill guide the night before for this extrusion stuff. And, well, long story short, I had never taken that print off the bed. And when I thought I was homing the Trident, I was actually homing the Micron right into that print and broke the tool head. So it's flopping around on the front of that thing. How much of it I broke, what exactly I broke, I don't know. Because at that point, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to turn this off, and we're going to visit it at a later time. This is a problem for future Alex. 2.4, non-stop clogs. I can't get more than a few minutes of print time. I've tried several different filaments, several different nozzles. They all print, and I get... Well, let me see if I can show you what comes out when I clean out a nozzle. That is what comes out that silver glitter is what comes out every time I clean out a, trying to get it to focus. Now, I can't tell. Some of that looks like it is glitter from the filament, but also I get metal shards in there too. So I don't know what's going on with that. But in any case, I can't get anything to print on the 2.4. CR10, bed's not leveled. V0, nozzle's clogged. The only printer I've got is the switch wire, and that needs some work done to the ERCF code. They updated stuff a while ago, and when it loads filament, it's well, it's pushing out way too much. So unless you're standing here to watch it when it loads and then goes to start a print and pause it in that half a second, you're going to have a blob of filament on your build plate. So I've got nothing I can print anything with unless I want to print it on the resin printer. I think that works. I haven't used it in over a year, but I think that still works. So that's where we're at. We're going to put this up. So what we've done to this since the last time, the reason why we did this all was the tool head board was no good anymore. Could also just be the extruder motors dying. And this could all be for naught. Oh, lovely. I didn't notice, but our filament cutting pin is broken. Good. That's good. And I don't have a printer to print a replacement part for it. So, yay. How in the hell did I do that? I don't know. All right. So, let's come over here to our B0. Wait a minute. This is 100%. Did I unclog this and forget that I unclogged it? We might have a working printer after all, folks. I might have fixed this one and forgot that I fixed it. Oh, I also forgot that I left you on the wrong screen. I'm sorry. Let's do this number. Let me get you this. Y'all can come along on this journey with us. Resume. iPhone. Yay, let's go. No. Don't worry, I'm going to pick you up. I know you're feeling a little short right now. So I feel all the time. You'll be okay, I promise. There we go. All right. Let's just do this. Let's put this in here. Let's pull this thing forward. Yes. Just feed this down in here. Let's see. Temperature. Extruder. Set that to 220 for some PLA. Let's see what happens, shall we? That's trash. So, went down to the Ohio State Fair today with my uncle and his fiance came over from Jersey to visit. It was a good time. Ended up with some wasabi and soy Blue Diamond almonds. Very delicious. All right, JPP, be careful unloading that trailer, man. All right, we're up to temp. Let's see if anything pushes out the bottom. We've got filament coming out the bottom. Let's go. Turn that to 0. Throw that away. Go over here and get some filament. Filament I used on that Polymaker Galaxy Dark Gray. That in there. Get that closed up. All right, let's go over here. Shrink that down some. No, top maybe? Maybe? No? There we go. Let's do that, just like that. Go in here to Orca Slicer. New project. Gonna be on the V0. Yeah. 3D printer stuff. Switchwire stuff. 3D printer stuff. Box circle stuff. Is this where I need it? No. That's it. All right, slice, prints, upload and print. All right. We'll take it here. Y'all can watch that as we go. And then I'm going to go over here. We're just going to move this over some. Get a drink. We're going to move this trident back over. Why are we watching the V0, you might ask? Well, because I'm watching that screen and I want to make sure that everything starts printing all right on this. Oh, wait, probably shouldn't do that because I got to take this side panel off to be able to even get that on. It'll probably be a whole lot easier to do that over here. Absolutely loving this new workbench. Think we're going to move the gaming laptop out here to set this up for streaming and start streaming off from over there. Got a little thingamabobber coming. I'm hoping it's going to work for a top-down camera. Penguin Makers, hello. How was your weekend? So, I don't think any of these prints are usable. Oh, yay. I just pulled more. Well, let's move off of here. So, let's talk about what we're going to do with this 2.4. Because I fixed this nozzle a dozen times. No exaggeration, a dozen times. I know it's a dozen because I stopped counting there. So it's actually more than that. I am ripping, this is ripping all the PEI off of this plate. Like, no joke. It is ripping it off of there. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? Right here. Ripping that PEI right off of here. I didn't do anything different with this at all. Normally this stuff just pops right off of here. The hell? No. Here, let me find one. All right, so look. There's that. Can you see that? That's the bottom layer. If anything, it could have been closer. Yeah, so 99% of the time with this build plate, when stuff cools, you can just come back and pick it up. Like, it's not stuck to it at all anymore. That's weird. Anyway, so we were always planning on doing a rebuild on that. We're going to go ahead and get started on that, I think. So we're going to have a whole bunch of projects going all at once. Also, if you didn't see the short that I posted, Jabberwocky toolhead kit came in the mail yesterday. Shout out to Jason over at LDO for hooking us up, sponsoring Jabberwocky toolhead kit. Comes with the Nighthawk 36 and all your hardware, the hot end, extruder, all that stuff for the Jabberwocky. So we're going to be building that. for the switch wire. Let's shut that. What's going on? All right, guys, bear with me for 2 seconds. I gotta run in and use the restroom. All right, I'm back. Still waiting on that thing to heat up. We're gonna pull the micron off the thing over here and see what we got going on with it. See what all we broke in it. All right, so if you notice, well, you can't really tell, but if you look at it, that tool head is cocked a little that way. So, some screwdriver, some drivers, and start ripping this apart and seeing what we broke. Well, hopefully we didn't break the cartographer probe that's in there. That would suck. Gorgon. All right. So, the old man has decided to come hang out with us. Everybody say hi to the old man. Let me get out of your way. There's the old man. What? Uh-oh. I think we have more company coming. There's Patty. Yeah. Jabberwocky kit's nice. So it comes with a Fadis conch hot end. It's the Nighthawk 36. Comes with the internals out of a Orbiter 2.5, so the hardened gears and everything. Comes with stepper motor. Comes with everything you need short of printed parts for that tool head. It's the only tool head kit I've ever seen like that. You're printing a Jabberwocky mount right now. Yeah, I'm really excited to get that built. Yeah, we work on Micron. How's it going, Poor? Do you have any luck with your situation? Porty, we broke more stuff live on stream. Sending me a picture on Discord. Checking here in a second. Just trying to get these this rear micron panel off. Make it easier to get to the back of this tool head. You have to post up a link to that video, Penguin Makers. All right, let me see here. Go over here to my Discord. Huh. I don't know if that's the angle that picture's taken at or not, Poity, but it seems like that filament pathway is a little cocked to the side. Is that just the angle it's taken at? Look like you got some melted cables there too for your thermistor and whatnot. I would check out for those spacers though. I would see about ceramic insulators. All right. See here. Here's
You know what's more?
our
Light switch.
steampunk light
So
switch.
3D printing. A little bit of help with the Flash Forge 85X and the Anycubic Cobra S1. A little bit of wood, a little bit of copper, a little bit of metallic silver. All done. Alright, time to install this. Let's go.
That is pretty cool. 3D print SOS.
Hello, I'm Taylor Canuck Creator, and this right here.
Oh no, I'm not subscribed to him. We're gonna go ahead and subscribe. All right. Back over here. Are you still here, sir? I want you to see something. What do you think of this? I was just pulling parts off, and normally parts just come off on their own. Like it gets done, cools off, and I just go in there, reach in, grab them, and you know they're no longer stuck to the plate anymore. Like I did a short on this. How, like this plate's just crazy, and then these ones stuck to it. It's PEI, satin PEI. It just ripped it all off. I've never seen anything like that. Concerning part is I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I have 4 of these. I have one for every Voron other than the switch wire. Nope. Never cleaned it with acetone. Isopropyl alcohol. Oh. Let's unscrew this. Unscrew that. Go around to the back and start unscrewing some stuff off the back. Yeah, I'm gonna send him a message. I said it's weird. I've had it I got that. So I ordered that when the old lady was in the hospital. So December. Had it since December. I'm not mad. I don't understand. All right. What are you doing over here? There we go. All right. Set that there. Now we'll go around. Are you going to play nice today? You gonna play nice? Let's go over here. No, not building another one. I don't have a printer I can print anything with, Steven. Well, I've got the V0. I realized at some point I must have unclogged the nozzle in the V0 and forgot that I did. So it's printing part for this, the Trident. While we take this whatchamacallit off of here, see what is going on with it. Was I just an idiot and didn't realize that this back was all? Yeah, I was just an idiot. This might not be broken. I might just be dumb. That might have been slanted just because the back entry had gone down more than the front. LTX Designs, how's it going? Your 4 blasters in? You nerf everything? Nice. I would like to be able to print parts for those other blasters so much. Yeah, maybe. I thought I broke the tool head on the Micron. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. Sure made some horrendous noises, though. And before I dedicate several hours of my life into ripping this tool head apart, we're going to see what she looks like here when we try to use her. Maybe. Where'd the spring go? Ow. That electronically safe PETG. Non-static. Okay. Where'd you go? There you are. I can see the camera's not going to behave itself. So we're going to go up. We're going to go over. We're just going to leave it there. Do you need to print some case stuff for your Raspberry Pi and holders for a few cards? All right. Let me know how it goes. I'm curious. I won the Polymaker daily giveaway Saturday. I'm going to print the revolver rifle, Steven. Were you thinking about getting and doing one? Oh, there's your problem right there. Sticking it in the wrong hole. It happens sometimes. You're working in the dark. Get a little overexcited. Things go in the wrong hole sometimes. You know how it be. All right. There we go. Martin. Yeah, I'm doing the revolver rifle. That thing looks sweet. Or at least I hope to if my printers ever decide to do anything. You've printed the Caliburn 4 Nerf blaster. I'd like to top print another Nerf blaster. I really want to print one of the big boy ones. I've got a $20 gift card over to West 3D I might put towards it, but I really also need to get hardware for the switch wire. Use your Murph code for it. I have no idea what that is. I was at Murph and I have no idea. You're getting the revolving rifle. Takes a bit more filament, but she be pretty awesome. She looks pretty awesome. Let's put her that way. I haven't managed to actually get any of the parts to print. Because all my printers be broken. There needs to be a country song about it. Oh, yeah. I tried it once, that Polymaker game. It was like before like the doors open, everything was just setting up still. Like a lot of my hits weren't registering. I ended up with 24. I'm not going to say I would have hit 40 because I don't know that I would have, but I do know that several of them weren't registering. Like I'd have to hit them several times or it just wouldn't register at all for some. And then I know 3D Print General said he's going to work on it and told me to come back later. I could try again, but I never did. Everybody else was always busy, and I didn't want to take the spot that somebody else could be doing. You got 42? Awesome. I took video of one kid doing it. I was going to do like a overview video, like just little bits and flashes here and there and showing off like all the stuff around the place. I never got to editing it or whatnot, so I never did release that one. And now it's been over a month. Nobody's going to care. Ah, yes. FDE. I can say I have never printed any accessories or anything in that realm. Closest I've gotten is the Nerf blasters. The thing that gets me about that is, why is it PLA? Need a FDE blast filled nylon. It's not how strong it is. So you need that to be able to take an impact without shattering. All right. Any of you guys have one of these pine sol heat set presses? Reason why I'm asking is I'm curious. Will it run off of a 20 amp, 20 watt power brick, or do I really need to get something better? I've got a 100 watt thing over here, but I don't want to move that over to there. I actually kind of need it over here to charge crap. Let's put a heat set in this thing. And this is going trash. All right, JPP. All right, I'll see if I can find a inexpensive one that's rated for like, I don't know, 200 watts on Amazon, and assume that it's going to be like 65 watts when I get it. And this is a tray of crap I need to deal with at some point. Yeah, but how much is that Anchor 65 watt thing? Like, every time I look at like Ugreen or Anchor or whatever, they're like $30 for one. Oh crap, I need one on this end too. $25. All right. I have to bite the bullet on it, I suppose. Stuff gets expensive quick, boy. Start doing these projects, and then all of a sudden you need another $1,000 just some little odds and ends to get things done. Best Buy sells 65. Man, Best Buy is all the way down in Columbus, which is like an hour. Although I guess I could go to Micro Center when I was down there. Hi, Vic. How's it going, sir? Glad you could join us. Glad you didn't miss it. I know it's a little bit different than early morning. We'll probably be streaming tomorrow afternoon as well. Micro Center's a trap. No shit, my friend. I know for a fact they have H2Ds because family member just went and bought an H2D the other week. I don't need to spend that kind of money. So I should probably stay out of there. Although you know what, the fact that I legit don't have that kind of money will probably stop me from buying one. Starting your new job tomorrow, Steven. Good luck with that, sir. Report back and let us know how it goes. Five-hour drive. Oof. That's barely even a day trip. Lucas. Yeah, so evening stream today. Afternoon stream tomorrow. And then morning on Tuesday, I guess. I don't know. We'll be back to every day at some point during the day, I guess. 30 minutes to Micro Center, that's always nice. Or terrible, depending on how well you do at self-control. All right. I guess now I can throw that away. I need to empty this little thing. Oops. Gonna break something else if I'm not careful. Yep, that's right. All right. Daft Punk it, buy it, use it, break it, fix it. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, that explains the hobby perfectly. All right. Put this back on. Okay. Thought I broke the micron. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. We're going to test it. But the 2.4 is definitely got something going on with it. I don't know if the extruder gears are shedding metal or I don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully we figure it out as we rip it apart, but we're going to rip it apart and rebuild the whole thing. All right. Put our poly dryer back up there. Turn her on. It could be. Shut up, dogs. Okay. Let's move this back over there and see what happens with this. I still need to hook up the night out of this, so she still ain't done. I just needed her to actually print some crap. Yeah. There we go. Let me shut you off. Or no, I need to, that's right. Technologic, yeah. All right. Where are we at? Let's go back over here. Let's pull this around. There we go. So, you guys want to have a little bit of fun and see what the old Trident can do? Try not to break it on our path to do it. Send it. Well, we're gonna get you a room with a view over here. Let's get the phone. Get the phone. Okay. .3D Medic vents. Okay, there's that. Let me get this to turn on. All right, so y'all can see the Trident. Let's do this. Let's go over here to the Trident's page. Now, let's go over here. And let's add a source. Come on. Add. What are you doing? Don't let me. Oh, shadow overlay's gone. Why won't you? Let me add something. Okay, here we go. Cancel. What is going on? What? Add. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. Video capture device. Add existing. All right, here we go. Yeah, we'll just put her up here. We'll just put her up there. So first, let me show you. Let's go ahead. Home all on this. We have beacon going. The lights are being a little weird in there. I went through trying to fix it, and I'm not sure what's going on with it. Yeah, they're flickering. I'm not sure. All right, so we're going to do a QGL on this. Have you guys ever seen so many temperature sensors in your life? And also now my camera's going glitchy. All right. So we're going to take this Z to 20. Just to get that down out of the way a bit. I don't know. No idea. That's a new one. Over here, it's not killing the memory. So CPU's not pegged out. The memory's not pegged out on that. I don't know. Does seem to coincide with it. Flipper reports shutdown. Unhandled expectation during run. That's a new one. Failed automated restart of MCU. This is the issue we were having the other day. I haven't. It's like a power issue. Maybe. It shouldn't be, though. There's 300 watts on 48 volts and 350 watts on 48 volts, 350 watts on 24 volt. Uh, 5 volts coming off of the Leviathan. Yeah, yeah. I don't have another 5 volt power supply. But I did add that tool head board is on USB. The 20-watt cell phone charger enough for that, though, Poity? Meanwhile, 5 volt power supply. I had the same issue with I don't need 200 watts. I don't need 350 watts. I don't have room for the LRS. Meanwhile, no, that's 15. All right. 5-volt power supply will be here tomorrow, I guess. All right. Home all. Fuck. All right, looks like we're gonna put the hook back in there. Where did I stash those things? Oh. Did I put them back in the drawer over there? It's getting that freaking umbilical stuck back there. Got it stuck. There's that. What? Looking for the command strip stickers. Nope. DHB it is then, I guess. Rather not do that, but I don't know where these. I had more of these. Servo fuses, jumpers, rings, springs, SD card adapters, shims, sensor parts. Servos. Cabinet hardware. I put them over here. Well, Nope, not in there either. All right. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Put this on here. That on there. Get zip ties. You want that to stay right about theirs. There we go. Now let's try it. Move. Home. Home all. Excellent. Excellent. There we go. Now, let's see. Let's go back over here. Monitor. Take this down to 25. That's fine. She's getting out of the way. Test speed. Speed. All right. So this was wrong, but I had this at 1,000 before. Excel 35,000. Minimum cruise ratio 0.25. This was the fastest that I could run runner at previously. Down under maker, hello sir. All right, we're gonna put this here. There she is. We're gonna move this down under there. That way chat. No. We'll just turn chat off for the moment. How's that? All right, so this was the fastest we could run before with the old steppers. Ready? And set. Have you noticed? Steppers are up to 63 degrees now. Let's take this down back to what printer's at. I had to take that down because in order for your printer to, at 35, it's not getting up to 1,000. But once you start cranking this up, it can get up there, and the motors cannot physically spin that fast. They cannot do that many RPMs. So let's go up to 45,000. Well done, Undermaker. Here's the deal. It's just just looking at what they're at. The other steppers, I had heat sinks on them, and they would get so hot they would burn you. We've got water cooling to add to these steppers. So right now we can run 600 millimeters a second with 45,000 Excel. We'll try 50,000. Squishy, and I burn at 60. Get out of here. What do you guys think these new steppers will end up hitting? The old steppers would melt the AB motor mounts. It would turn them to glass and they would just crumble. That's why we've got all Vitali's aluminum stuff in there now. I don't think the Leviathan board will take more than 48 volts. So that's 50K. Well, Big Tree Tex wants to send me a Kraken over, and a 60 volt power supply. We'll put that on there. Start a poll. Top Excel. Let's go. We're at 50 now, so we'll go 60K. 70K, 80K, 90K, 90K plus. What's everyone's guess where this will top out at? In order to put the Octopus Pro on there, though, and push that high of amps, you gotta get external, the 5160 Pros. So we've got 67% at 70K, 80K, 33%. Well, 2,000 wouldn't be a good guess, sir, because we're already at 50,000. Yeah, I guess. That still tops out at 2 amps, I think. $60,000. We got 50-50 between 70 and 80. Let's try 60. Finger on the E-stop. Yeah, I understand. I just can't go higher than 48 with what I've got. So Down Undermaker said in current setup, limited by back EMF. She needs voltage to overcome. $70K. Where's our stepper temps at? 73, 74 degrees. We're gonna run this 70 and then we're gonna let them cool down. And we're gonna take a look at the micron while they do. That's a negative, Down Undermaker. Yes and no. So it cannot keep up with. So here's the thing about how much plastic can push out. So we're gonna shut these steppers off and let them cool off. If I was trying to print at that 600 millimeters a second, I would be outrunning the extruder. But oftentimes you're not printing far enough distance to even get up to that top speed. So like here, for instance, let's go over here to Orca Slicer and let's go to Speed Benchy. All right. Prepare. Go over here to the Trident. Go to printables. Let's look for the Benchy. Slice. All right. Here's our Benchy. ABS Speed Benchy just maxes out the cooling is what it does. All right. Let's get this back to Speed Benchy. So that's at 8 minutes. Let's go to flow. We're at 40, just under 50 there. Go over here to speed. All right. Normal printing. Take that to 100,000. Outer wall 60,000. Inner wall 80,000. Sparse infill 100,000. First layer, keep that at 30. Top surface 50. Travel 100. All right. And this is all set for 500 millimeters a second. All right. Now we got to change settings here on the Trident for motion ability. All right. Change that to 100. Change that to 100. Slice. All right. We're still at the same flow rate. But we've gone down to 6 minutes. It's not getting any more flow because it's never going, the speed is never maxing out any higher. It's just getting to that speed quicker. So you can stay at the same flow rate and print faster if you can get to that speed quicker. Does that make sense? Dun, 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 dun. Trying to see what we can do for getting these times down. Five minutes and 49 seconds. Line type speed. So we're never getting much above 450 anywhere. So let's just say, for instance, we took our top speeds down to 240. What's that do with our time? Takes us up to 7. But the slower you go for max speed, the faster you can push your acceleration. So let's say that takes you up to 240,000. Because you're not running out of torque as fast. We've got something going on here. Quality. Oh, I know what we didn't do. Wait. Speed benchy. Advanced settings override. Z hop. Why can't I select any of these? Traction length 0. Okay. Coolant, filament, settings, extruder, Retract on layer change, retract top layer. Z hop height. Z hop. Z hop height 0. Slice. Anyway, you get the idea. You can mess with stuff and everything. Let's see where we're at. Over here on our steppers. All right, so we've cooled down. Where'd we leave off? 70. All right. Let's go 80. Let's home everything first, though. Oh, no, I know you're not being critical. I was just explaining. So, yes, most of it's just for the lulz. I want to break my speed benchy record that I have, which was like 7 minutes and I can't remember how many seconds. I gotta go back and watch the video. On like a year and some ago with the other steppers. I just want to see what I can do, and then from there it's whatever. All right, so no, I get it. I did not take offense at all. I suffer from the same problem. I'm just having a conversation and people think I'm being an ass. So I get it. I did not think that at all. All right, so there's 80. Do we do 90 or do we just skip to 100? What do you say? 90 or skip to 100? I know we're not building a Prusa, but I got gold bears. Do we do sour or regular? I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna push this button and we're gonna see if this thing homes. Move. Home. Home all. Excellent. That was a lot of adjusting. All right, so the Micron is running QGL. We're looking like that's all right. She's taking a few times around though. All right, what do we say? 100K. If it fails, you can go down. How many steps did you lose on that run? I don't think I lost any. I don't really have a way of telling you for sure. Where's our steppers sitting at? Just under 70. That's a million. That would not work. That would have been bad. Sending it at 100. I am running the speed test macro. Does it say? G-code base, G-code homing. Okay, so this is where we. So it looks like I didn't lose any. If I'm reading this correct. Am I reading that right? Let's see. Whoa. G-code base, G-code starting. Uh, so it looks like I haven't lost any. If I'm reading that correctly anyway. That means I could go faster than 600 millimeters a second. At 100K. So, test speed. .25 speed 700 excels 100. Penguin makers, have a good night, sir. See if it'll do 700 millimeters a second. That's a no. Well, we have learned some stuff and some things. Put some filaments away. What's she say? Firmware restart. Close out of here. Now we're gonna go back over here. I want chat. End this poll. Pop chat out. I just making pulling chat up so I can actually read it across the screen. Anyway. So now I guess we ought to run a test print. Test out the print start macro I built for the Trident. Now that we've got beacon on there. Run a test print on the Micron. Oh, we need to test and see if this tool head reads stuff right. Sensors. Refresh. You're not going to want to come out of there, are you? Nope, she ain't going to want to come out of there. But I can do this. I can turn the temperature up to 200. And I can see if she spins in the right direction. Get a roll of filament loaded up in here. In there. All right, extrude. Nope. She's turning the wrong direction. So we got to reverse that pin. All right. Machine. Printer config. Extruder. Direction pin. Save and restart. Nobody answered me on whether we should open the sour gummy gold bears or the regular gold bears. Regular? All right. $200. While we wait for this, guys, why don't you take a minute, go ahead and go down to the little section right underneath the video. Do me a favor and hit that like button. Extrude 25. She's going in the right direction now, boys. move, home, home all. Then she doesn't like that filament being on that nozzle down there. All right. Let's try to load the filament in and see what happens. Night, Mike. Say a prayer for your Trident. Did you get that controller board all swapped over? All right, we need to change where it thinks it's pooping at. Oh man, fingers crossed. Keep me updated. I want to know how that goes. You running a test on that now? All right, so we're gonna go over here into the AFC macros, poop config. Might not be where it's at. Macro variables. Poop. Let's see. Let me change this. 26. Or where to purge? X, Y. I need to move this forward. So we're gonna go to 80. Save and restart. Warming up. Excellent. But also this means that the sensors in the tool head are all working. We're gonna go in here. Gonna go unload. Got a home printer first. Yeah. Move. Home. Home all. Back on the laptop now. Hmm. Oh, goodness gracious. What is the flow rate of the Jabberwocky compared to whatever you have in the Trident? I have no idea. What's the flow rate for the Fadus Conch hot end? I have no. Uh, 30 millimeters. And what's the Rapido 2 ultra high flow say? All right, she's heating up. 75. Yeah. Huge difference there. 30 is going to be more than plenty for a switch wire, though. All right. Let's do this. Let's grab this. Where's my nips? There they are. Get back over here or something. No point in having you on that screen for now. All right, so she's unloaded. I want to load it again. All right. Have a good night, JPP. Yeah. Okay. So we are going to. What's a really quick test print we can run on these printers? Go over here. Cali Dragon. How long does the Cali Dragon take? Machine. All right. Let me test the switch wire. I just updated a whole bunch of stuff again and I haven't run anything on it. All right, let's go over here to Thangs. That's on Thangs, isn't it? Got Cali Dragon. Download. Grab Orca Slicer. New project. Trident. Add. Seriously? It's a zip file? Cali Dragon STL. We're going to print this in high speed ABS. We're going to print this with upload and print. You got TP1 Pro working. Now you're headed to bed. Have a great rest of you. Thank you. Have a good day at work tomorrow, sir. All right, next up. 17 minutes and 48 seconds. It's going to take the printer forever to go through its print start macro. All right, let's go over here to the Dumacron. Gonna slice this. 23 minutes on the Dumacron. Print. Upload and print. We're going to go over here to switch wire. Slice. Although, you know what? I don't know. I might not have had that in the model setting. 26 minutes on switch wire. What did it go to on the Democron? Yeah, it was on PIF. All right. So E-stop. We're going to E-stop that one. Back to prepare. We're going to go back over here to models. Slice. 20 minutes. Firmware restart. Can't make it out. Yeah. So I wasn't trying to print it stupid fast. I was just trying to print it to test stuff. So preview. Micron is 20 minutes. The Trident's a little under 18. Switch wire is like 24. I want to see the behavior of this. I need to see what the first layer looks like on that. And I need to see whether this one even works. All right, Poity. Let's pull this up. That's looking better, Poity. It's definitely looking better. You got the rapid burner printing on Core 1? Nice. I need to print a new fan shroud for mine. I noticed while I was taking pictures for one of the thumbnails that it was cracked on the bottom. I still need to move that location for where it cuts to the back rather than up at the front, which isn't hard to do. I just move it, figure out where it's at, and then throw those numbers into what's it called? The config. What are you putting the rapid burner on down under, Maker? All right, so next victim on the operating table. Oops. Whoops. I am going to end up running a bunch of tuning stuff on the Trident. Going to rerun input shaper graphs. Run shake and tune. Redo pressure advance. All that stuff. Yender 5. Another beta toolhead board, or is this the same beta toolhead board we were talking about before? I need to get me in on this beta program down under Maker. Another one. Another version of the same one or another one altogether? Well, Trident shut down, lost connection with the MCU H36. You've already said too much. Don't say anymore. Just say something to them about, hey, you know, be like, hey, I know a guy. He's got some printers. He could test stuff. No shit, man. I need one of those jacks. So it's like, it's got like a hydraulic pump thing, and it'll come up to, you know, jacks up the table. Then you move your stuff on it. Then you let it down to whatever level you need. Just slide stuff off. That's what I need. They've got them at Harbor Freight. We used to use them at work all the time. I honestly don't know if it would come up this high, though. Let me pull up my... Let's go pull up Harbor Freight. New window. Harbor Freight. Let's... No, I don't want to sign it. Cart. There it is. Holy shit. 28 and a quarter. 34 and a half. Well, the bigger one would work for these printers. It wouldn't work for the 2.4 up there. I mean, it'd be better. I could, you know, move it out, put it there. Havoc, not much. Having connection issues over here on the Trident. Flipper restart. Power. Restart. Reboot system. It's having communication issues. I'm wondering if that's not a voltage issue. I had an issue with this. And I'll show you what my solution over there was. Looks like it's still pushed out way too much filament. So we're gonna have to find out where we need to adjust that at. All right. Also, we are not going to put these clips back on. We're going to make the same panel clips we have over here on the Trident, and we're going to put those on there. So, you're going to pile of parts that ain't going back on. Print. Galley Dragon. Print. Yeah, it looks like it definitely might have been the issue, Poity. Might need to print some more stuff just to confirm. Are you going to leave that board in there? Well, it depends, Down Undermaker. Are you asking who pulled the trigger or who was responsible for the man who pulled the trigger? Those two very different questions. It'll be nice to have that enigma solved. Yeah, we're talking about different mystery, Down Undermaker. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that that was J. Edgar Hoover, sir. Mike is making stuff. What you making, sir? Making a video today? Did you make everything? What was your video on? You're definitely welcome in. Make yourself at home. My seals seem to have crept down just a little bit on this. Just a little bit. All right. You have 3 under 3s and any cubic waiting on you to get to them, get them going. Beginner table saw stuff, nice. I like it. I like it a lot. I would love to have a table saw. My table saw that I had when I went to go use it, got it at a yard sale. When I went to go use it, the entire motor housing was cracked. It was just a cheapie, an old Delta job site saw. Never had a good table saw. Had a bunch of cheapy ones. A lot of job site saws. An old Craftsman. Well, that's good because the new Craftsman stuff is terrible. It's almost an insult. Yeah, the one I had got didn't have a fence either. I just planned on making one, but there's no point in making one for a stall that didn't work. Where are we at? Over here. That's where we're at. All right. Where did you go? There you are. Warmer weather Aussie houses aren't made for long stretches below 10°C. Oh yeah, it's winter there where you are. (10°C), so that's 18 plus 32. So 50 degrees Fahrenheit. That ain't too bad. Definitely gets way colder than that here. Put in perspective, my printers are in the garage. My clipper configs tell it not to air out until it gets to minus 10 degrees Fahrenheit for the bed temp. Because stock, I think it's 10 degrees Celsius, or no, might be 5, something like that. And I'd come out here and it'd be everything be aired out. Houses are designed to get rid of heat. Yeah, I get it. I get it. It'd be like having a house down in Florida and getting a cold snap, and then all of a sudden you're just kind of up creek without a paddle because your house isn't designed doesn't even have a heater in it or something, you know? This filament snapped. Oh well. There might be enough left in the buffer to finish out this print. If not, I'll figure it out later. Right now, we're taking a 2.4 apart. This panel clip's definitely seen better days. It's all broken. I just realized it's almost midnight. Ooh. Seems like I might want to get some foam tape at some point. Ow! That hurt. I finished taking off these connectors back here. One more. This back panel. Then we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. If you wouldn't mind, go ahead and drop below the video. Hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more 3D printing content. We're going to be streaming a lot. We got a lot of stuff coming up. We got a lot of projects to do. I got a mountain of stuff over there I need to get through. What we're going to do after that, I don't know. But there's a lot over there to keep us busy for a while. Then if you'd like to join the Discord, there's a link to the Discord, link to Patreon, there's a link for merch, there's a link for all that fancy YouTuber stuff. Good news is our Cali Dragon on the Micron looks like it's printing away fine. The Cali Dragon on the Switchfire is printing fine. I just need to tune that initial load. It's fine. It loads fine on all the filament swaps. It's just when it loads that initial tool at the beginning of the print that is all messed up for some reason. I don't know why I bothered putting these handles on. Number one, they're the wrong color. Number two, I never trusted them enough to try to use them. Number three, even if I did, they were at the wrong height. Anyway, I said we'd be going, and I should probably stick to my word. But I really wanted to see how we get on here with all this stuff for all right. Well, something's not right there. So I was trying to set the Z offset with Beacon Touch. Said it couldn't parse it. So I'll look into that tomorrow or something. Anyway. So have a good night, y'all. Like I said, like button, subscribe button, links in the description for all your normal YouTuber stuff. We'll be back again tomorrow afternoon. Have a good one. Later.